The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a warm golden hue across the neighborhood. Sarah stood by the kitchen window, her coffee steaming in hand, contemplating the possibilities that lay ahead. The world outside was waking up, and so was her ambition to explore home refinance options for her mortgage. It was a decision that had been lingering in her mind for months, and today felt like the right moment to dive in. Sarah had purchased her home 5 years ago, a charming little bungalow that had become a sanctuary for her and her family. With each passing year, they had invested sweat and love into the house, transforming it into a place that truly felt like home. Yet, as life progressed, so did the financial landscape around her. Interest rates had dropped significantly since she secured her mortgage, and the thought of potentially lowering her monthly payments was too enticing to ignore. As she sipped her coffee, she began to jot down the reasons for refinancing. The most obvious benefit was the possibility of securing a lower interest rate. With rates hovering at historically low levels, Sarah realized that refinancing could save her a substantial amount of money over the life of the loan. She calculated in her head the difference a reduced rate could make. Less money spent on interest meant more freedom to allocate funds toward her children's education or family vacations. The thought of easing her financial burden made her heart race with excitement. However, she knew that refinancing wasn't simply a matter of filling out paperwork and waiting for the savings to materialize. There were considerations to weigh, and she wanted to be informed. The first hurdle was understanding the costs associated with refinancing. Closing costs could be significant, often ranging from 2% to 5% of the loan amount. Sarah took a moment to evaluate whether the long-term savings would outweigh the upfront expenses. She pulled out her laptop and began researching, her fingers flying over the keyboard as she sought out calculators and articles that would help her make sense of the numbers. Another factor she had to consider was the length of time she planned to stay in her home. If she were to refinance, would she be in her bungalow long enough to recoup the costs? The thought of moving in a few years loomed in her mind, but the emotional attachment she had to the house made it hard to imagine leaving. The memories of birthday parties in the backyard and lazy Sunday mornings in the living room flooded her thoughts. Ultimately, she decided that if she could save money now, it would only enhance her quality of life in the home she loved. As she continued her research, Sarah stumbled upon the option of cash-out refinancing. This intrigued her. Rather than just lowering her interest rate, she could potentially tap into her home's equity to fund renovations or consolidate debt. The idea of finally updating the kitchen, which had been on her wish list for years, filled her with a sense of possibility. However, she knew that this option came with its own risks. Increasing the loan amount could mean higher monthly payments and a longer repayment period. She made a note to consult with a financial advisor before making any decisions. After hours of research and contemplation, Sarah felt a sense of clarity. She had gathered enough information to move forward, but she also recognized the importance of seeking professional advice. She scheduled an appointment with a mortgage broker who could guide her through the process and help her find the best rates available. The prospect of refinancing was no longer just a distant thought. It was a tangible goal within her reach. As she put away her laptop and finished her coffee, Sarah felt a renewed sense of purpose. The journey of exploring home refinance options was not just about numbers. It was about enhancing the life she had built for her family. With each step forward, she was not only investing in her home, but also in their dreams and future. The day ahead was filled with potential, and she was ready to embrace it. If you like this video, please subscribe to this channel. Have a nice day.